Hello all. Thank God for another opportunity for us to go through this tutorial. And it's my prayer that as we go through, the Lord will grant you understanding in Jesus' name. All right, today we are going to look at modeling, three-dimensional modeling in Autodesk Inventor. And Autodesk Inventor, which is mainly for three-dimensional modeling, we know that if you are to assemble a machine or a whole machine is made up of different components or parts, and the basis of being able to assemble a machine or draw a whole machine will come from the drawing of the various individual components or parts. And therefore, there is the need for you to be able to know the different concepts of modeling of the individual parts so that at the end, when you master all those uh, basics, then you'll be able to build a whole machine on the Autodesk Inventor software. God bless you. So today we are going to look at this particular one here, and the dimensions have been given to this, and it's a part. So what we will do first after opening the Autodesk Inventor is to open the part file. Then when we open it, we start by a sketch. So we open or click on the a 2D sketch. Then we'll have these different planes that will come. So depending on how we want the orientation of the drawing to be, we click a plane, and that plane is mainly the plane that we are going to start the drawing from. So when we look at this object here, this part here, we can see that we can take the base as the parent um, component or the part that will draw first, then we build the other component on it. All right, so if you look at this one, isometric view, we can start by creating this face of it, a sketch, then we extrude to get the other parts. So let's select the XY plane here. Then when we select, we'll start the drawing. So we start by clicking on line, and it's advisable to start from the origin when we are starting the drawing. So you constrain the drawing to the origin. So this is the origin here, 0, 0. So we click there, then we draw a line up here like that. This one, the dimensions have been given to us. We know that from here to here is 20. So let's draw a line over here to any reasonable distance, and then click and draw another one from there to this point. Let's end there. Come to the origin and continue from the base here. So we draw a line of length any reasonable distance, then we come up here like that. Right, so we are mainly sketching the outline. Click here. Then if you want to draw that arc, which is this one here, this arc here, all right, from the end of the line, hold down the click, and then you move the pointer in this direction here, so we can have it like that. Then we continue like this, and then maybe something like that. Let's end here for now. And then we can do some dimensioning here. So we know that the total distance, that is from the end here to the face over there, is given as 154. So it means that the distance from this line up to this one should be 154. So 154. We enter that like this. Then when we are done, we again determine the distance between this line and then the center of this arc here, which is that one, and that has been given to us as 50 54. So we enter the 54, we get something like this. All right, then we can escape the dimension first and try to move the line from here to the other side. So we just click on it and on the line, and then we drag it that way to have it in this form. Then we know that the dimension from the center, yes, we know the dimension from here. This distance here is given to us as 8 millimeters. That's the distance. So this one here, the line there is 8 millimeters. Then this one here is 10. That is 10 millimeters. So we have this to be 10 millimeters. So we dimension this one to be 10 millimeters. Then this one is having the height of 10 also. All right, that is the distance from the base to the top surface here. So we have another 10. Then we can draw a circle concentric to this arc. All right, that is this arc here. That's what we want to draw. And the diameter is going to be, the radius has been given as 28, so the diameter will be 28 times 2. So just dimension the circle, and we make it 28 times 2. So that will be the circle. The distance from that is the length of this line, the height of it is 20 millimeters. So we put 20 millimeters here. That is the distance from here to that height. And that line should join with this circle at a point there. So you just click extend over here on the modify toolbar, click on extend, then we extend the line like that. Then we can also draw another line from this point here to meet with this one at this point like that. We haven't dimensioned this arc yet, so let's do that. The radius is 18, so put radius 18 on it, and then we have it done that way. Now we have to trim some portions of this circle, right, so that we will have the arc that we are having here. So we click on trim, the modify toolbar, and we can trim this portion of it. So with this, we are finished with the outline that we want, right, for the base. So just click on finish sketch. Then when we click on finish sketch, we'll have this. From here, we can extrude. So you click on extrude here on the create toolbar, or you can use the shortcut E on the keyboard. Then when we're extruding, if you look at this object, we can say that it's symmetrical about the, let's say, the vertical plane. All right, so there's a plane that passes through the middle. We'll have the same object in front as we'll have at the back. So because of that, we extruding, we'll use the symmetric extrude. So you click on this icon here, symmetric, click on it, so that we'll have equal halves at both sides of the plane. Now you remember that we started the drawing on the XY plane, so we'll have equal halves on at both sides of the XY plane. The extrusion distance is going to be the width of the object or the base, and that is 72. So we enter 72 as the extrusion distance. Then we click OK, and we are done with the base. We can now add the other areas to it. So next thing that we can add will be this one here, this web, that web, this circle, or this cylindrical section on it. Then after that, we'll come and add this other web. So let's see. So we'll see that this one is at the center. So we can start a new sketch on the center plane or the central plane, and that is the XY plane, which is passing through the center of the object. So we click on it, right click, and then we can click on new sketch. So we'll have it like this. Now when it comes this way, there is no area on this subject that we can use as our reference point. To be able to have a reference point so that we can have this drawing down on it, we need to first of all bring some edges of this onto the work plane so that we can draw from it. So we use this one here on the modify toolbar. We have what we call the cut project cut edges. So we project the edges where the sketch plane is going through the object to appear on our sketch environment so that we can use it as our reference point. So let's click on that and it will instantly uh, snap or cut, or it will come. You will see that it will appear in the form of a yellowish color around. All right, and one other thing we can do is to be able to slash off the front part of this object so that we can see clearly the area where we are working on it, especially when you have different components and you want to work maybe within it and the shape is complex. To be able to see the surface where you are working, you have to slash off some portion of it, and there is a command here that we call the slice graphics. So when you use that, right click and you click on slice graphics, it will remove the front portion of the object so that we will go to we'll see exactly the surface around where we are doing our next sketch. So you can see the outline is yellow. That is the projected cut edges from the existing model on the working environment. All right, so we can start by first of all clicking on circle. So we want to draw this circle here first. So we click on circle and then we draw the circle. We give the dimension of the circle, and in this case is 36. So we have 36, the outer one, 36 as the diameter. All right, it has moved somewhere, but we can just bring it back. We can just move it, put the pointer in the center, and then hold down the left click and drag. So we can drag it somewhere here. So let's say this is where we want it to be. Then the position of this circle, we know that this circle is positioned at a distance of we have a distance of from the end here. The center of it is positioned at 18 plus 46 plus 54. So just dimension it. Click on the circle, we snap from the center, and then we click on the edge here. So that distance, we can add them up. We have 18 uh, plus 46 and then plus 54. So we enter. So horizontally, that is the position of the circle with reference to this edge here. Then we also need to determine the vertical location of it. So the vertical location, let me see. So vertically, we can say that it is something here. I think it's located at 70. Where is it here? 70. Where are you? Okay. Sorry, some dimensions are missing. Okay. So we have it located from the base at a distance of 82 from the base. So we have it 82 from the base here. All right. So we just click dimension. Then on this one, come to the base here. So we have the distance to be 82. Then we enter. So that is the exact location of that circle. Now we can connect it with two lines, one from here, and it should be tangential to that. And then we draw another one like this. We have to make sure that these lines we have drawn is tangential to this circle here, and then that arc, and this one is coming from this point, is tangential to the circle at that point. Here we can see that that's already snapped it and it's tangential, but here we are not sure. So we just click on tangent constraint on the constraint toolbar and click on the line and the circle so that we have it tangential to it. Click on the line here again, and then this line here and this arc, we have it tangential to it. We can then draw the inner one, that is this circle at the center here. We can draw it, and then the dimension for that one is 18. So we have 18 that way. Click on finish sketch. Or click on finish sketch, then we have the isometric orientation of it. Now we are going to extrude. So to extrude, activate the extrude command. Then first of all, we extrude this section. All right. The web is having extrusion uh, thickness of 10. And once again, it has to be isometrical to both sides. So we have that done. Then we type the extrusion height 10. Then click on OK. Here we have only extruded the web. The other features are there which we need to extrude. So what we do is that click on this area here, click at expand this extrusion which we have done right now. You'll see the sketch there. Right click on it and click on visibility. All right, so that the sketch will come again so we can work on it. Then here, activate the extrude command again, and this time we are going to extrude this section here. Also should be symmetrical, but the extrusion distance now is going to be 54. So we enter 54 like that, then we click OK. We are done. We can hide this sketch. So we right click on it and click on visibility for it to go. The next thing we need to add will be this web, and there are two. This one is here, the other one is at the other side. So we have to create a sketch. All right, so to create a sketch for that one, the sketch has to be along the center of this hole here, at the center of it. All right, so we have to create a plane there because there's no plane. We create a plane there to create the sketch. And we know that the distance from the face here, that is this face of the object to the center, has been given to us as 18 plus 46 plus 54. So we have to create a plane at a distance of that from this side here in that direction. So to do that, you come here at the work features toolbar, click down, use the drop down menu, and then click on offset from plane. Then we come here, we offset from this plane in this direction to the opposite direction. So the distance is going to be minus to the negative side, all right, to the opposite side. So negative 54 minus 46 minus 18. So we'll have the plane created there. Click on OK. So we have this plane. This is our new work plane. So click on it. Click on create sketch. All right. Then here we can again project the cut edges. Then after that, we can slice the geometry so that we can see clearly where we are working. So we click on that and then right click on the workspace and click on slice graphics, sorry. Then from here, we can draw the outline for that. So we have first of all a vertical line coming down to some extent, and then it come to this direction like that. The dimension has been given, this one here. Know that we know that the distance from the center to this corner here is 28. But we know also that the diameter of this area here is 18. So we subtract 18 from 20. It means that the distance from that section to this corner is 10. So it means that this line should have a length of 10. So we put the 10 there like this. Then after that, we click on finish sketch. Then we extrude only that section. And it should be symmetrical to both sides. So we extrude it. The thickness is 10. So we give it 10 and we click on OK. Now when you zoom in, you realize that there is some space here. Alright, there's some gap over there. And these gaps, we need to be able to close the gap. So to close the gap, we have to create some sketches there. Alright, so we create a sketch extrude to be able to close the gap. So click on create sketch on that plane, and then we will project the cut edges, just that one. Then you click on finish sketch. So project the cut edges to give you the outline for that area. Alright, so we have this area and that. Then we can extrude. So we're extruding this and that one, and it's upwards. So what we do is that we extrude it to, right, we use this one to next, so to the next solid object. So we extrude to that to fill the gap. So we see that the gap is filled in this case. But this is symmetrical, so we should have the same object at the other side. But if you look at it, we have just work on one side. So we'll use a command called mirror to mirror the feature we have created here to the other side. So that is here on the pattern toolbar. Click on mirror. Then on mirror, you click on this extruded object. Then the small one that we created, the small one we created here, if it's not selecting, you can get it over here. Right, that small one. Click on it. Then we come and click on the mirror plane. So the mirror plane this time is going to be the plane in the middle, which is the XY plane. So we click on it. Then that gives you, you get you see how it will appear over there by the green feature we are seeing over there. You click on OK, then we have it over here. The next thing that we are left with to draw is this hole here, and then this slot that is passing through here. So we can create the slot first by clicking on the surface here, and then we click on new sketch. Then over there, we again we cut the edge, we project cut edges. Then after that, we just pick the line, then we draw a line, this line here. We come this way and that way. We can dimension it. The dimension here, we have the distance to be, the space over there to be 20. So put 20. Then this one is 10. And it should be centered. All right, the center. So we can use this one here, the horizontal constraint. constrain the center of this to the center of that. Then we click on finish sketch, extrude. We extrude this section and we extrude it through the object and its cut. We want to remove from, we subtract from the object. We click OK. We are done with that side. The next one is here. So at this point, we want to click here, produce a new sketch, project geometry. All right, then we can slice graphics. So we have the area here. So over here, we draw a circle like this. The diameter of the circle is giving us, the hole is here, 2 holes, diameter 12. So we have 12 here, millimeters. Then the distance from this side to where the hole is positioned has been given to us as 18. So we have 1/8 here. We enter. Then from this to that one, we know that the distance from the center to the center here is 18. So we are going to have 18 minus the distance from this face to that, all right, half of it, which is 5. That will be 13. So we have it positioned correctly. Click on finish sketch, extrude. Then we extrude that side here and we are extruding it through, right? So we cut through, remove it from there, and then we have the hole like this. The next thing is to mirror this hole so that we will have another one at this side, because there are two. There's one at the opposite side. So we come to mirror over here, then we click on the hole. So we click on the hole, then we click on the mirror plane, then we select the mirror plane, which is the XY plane. So we'll have it appearing over there. Click on OK. Then when we are done, this one we can remove it. We can right click on it and remove the plane from there. Then we'll fillet. So fillet, we have the fillet radius here. This one is having fillet radius 10 at the edge, and then that one. So we put first of all 10, then we click on this side and that side, apply. Then the other one is at the corner here, which is 3. So we put 3 as the fillet radius. Then we come and click on that side like that, and we click OK. Yeah, so this is the end. Thank you very much. So we can see that we have it here. You can move it around and then you can see whether it's exactly what you want. And I think this is good. Thank you. God bless you. See you next time.